And that's a big problem with our education system. We learn to pass exams, not to understand concepts. If the total cost of a product is 10,000 naira and the profit is 25% of the selling price, what is the profit? Sounds very simple. If you're like me, your first thought is, well, since profit is 25% of the selling price, I just need the selling price. But wait, the question only gave us cost price, not selling price. Okay. Profit is what we add to cost price, right? So maybe 25% of 10,000, which is 25. But that's wrong, because what I just did is 25% of the cost price. Meanwhile, the question clearly said 25% of the selling price. And if you check the options, 25 is actually right there, tempting you. Now, a clever student might just test all the options until one fits. And if you do that, you find that the answer is actually 3,333. That works, but you still don't understand what the question is testing. And that's a big problem with our education system. We learn to pass exams, not to understand concepts. This question is really testing whether you understand two related ideas, markup and margin. Let's break it down with a very simple example. Say you buy this black pen from me for 1,000 naira. You sell it for 1,500 naira. Your profit is 500 naira, right? Because you sold it more than it costs. Now, here's the difference. Markup looks at profit compared to costs. So 500 naira compared to 1,000 is 50% markup. Stay with me. Margin looks at profit compared to selling price. So 500 naira compared to 1,500 is about 33% margin. So even though profit is still 500 naira, markup looks bigger than margin because markup compares profit to the smaller number, which is the cost, while margin compares profit to the bigger number, which is the selling price. So let's put it like this. Markup is what you add to your costs, while margin is what you keep from your sales. Let me take that again. Markup is what you add to your costs, while margin is what you keep from your sales. In the real world, markup is actually used by manufacturers, wholesalers, and shop owners to set prices. They take the costs and mark it up. Margin is used by accountants, managers, and investors to check the profitability of the company. So the higher the margin, the more profitable the business. Now, let's solve this question properly. Profit equals selling price minus cost price. That's the profit equation, right? And profit is 25% of the selling price. So let's just input this into the equation. If we then rearrange, we'll see that selling price minus 25% of the selling price equals 10,000. That means 75% of the selling price equals 10,000. Selling price then equals 10,000 divided by 75%. And then we arrive at 13,333. So profit equals 13,333 minus 10,000, hence 3,333. Now let's test it and see whether it's actually correct. So let's do 25% of 13,333, which is our selling price. We arrive at 3,333 again. So with all the explanation I've done now, right? Here's my question to you. If the margin in this question is 25%, what do you think the markup is? Drop your answers in the comments.